Thank you very much, Janet. The purpose of the meeting, I think it's one of the best meetings that we've had so far in terms of the relationships that we have with ministries. Apparently, as the Budget Committee, we do oversight over the Minister of Finance, but we found it imperative to also invite the Minister of Health, which is normally the tradition that it falls under the purview of the Minister of Health and the Health Committee. But as a Budget Committee, there is a budget line item which comes to the family planning issues, which is not very clear when it comes to the budgetary support. So the Minister of Health, through the reproductive sector, we're saying, Parliament, help us. And as we are mandated by Section 305 of the Constitution, the owners of the purse, to do their appropriations, they found it imperative to invite the committee and share the best practice, what really has to be covered under the family planning issues. And it's quite a very good program, whereby honorable members, instead of knowing the family planning regarding the issues to do with giving birth, but there are also health issues related to the maternal death that emanate from the issues to do with family planning. So now we are actually going into detail to say how best can we help this relevant sector, the Ministry of Health, so that we do advocate for the budgetary support as we are gravitating towards another budgetary process, 2019-2020.
When I came into the room, I think it was Dr. Makosa mentioning that the money that they're getting for family planning support is all coming from the donors.
True, Janet, because you find that in terms of the budget that we have as a nation, it's actually donor funded when it comes to the consumables, when it comes to the issue of family planning. So as a nation, this is not quite ideal. Because imagine one day if the donor committee decides to say we can no longer fund the programs, what will really happen? So it is the mandate of this committee to advocate for a budgetary support so that we start to have this fatigue that we're having in terms of the donor, so that we manage it accordingly and have a relevant budget that applies directly to the issues to do with family planning.
Or even the donors will say we will no longer support the family planning methods for women, but we're now giving family planning tablets for men. What will happen? Because countries are now talking about family planning methods for men.
True, Janet, but one thing that we must understand is also the Ubuntu in terms of the culture that we have as a nation. We also have the values that we believe in. I think it's quite a taboo in terms of a number of men. But it's something that we have to, even if you were going through the figures, the statistics, those men who would go for the issues to do with the vasectomy and other issues relating to family planning when it comes to men is quite not an area that is quite comfortable with a number of men. But truly speaking, as the other nations are gravitating, but as a nation, we also have areas that we need to safeguard. But personally, I think for now, in terms of awareness, it's not quite clear. And how many men are willing to do that is questionable, Janet.
But are you, as a committee, willing to lobby for some money to procure just family planning tablets for men?
I would not say that as a committee we've deliberated on that. But as of now, what we are concerned about is the high mortality rate in terms of the maternal death that we are witnessing as a nation. So this is the first port of call to say how best can we actually address these issues. Because we've been hearing quite a number of frightening figures of our mothers and our girls that are dying because of lack of funding when it comes to this regard. So as a committee, when it comes to that, I don't want to lie to you, Janet. For now, it's not a subject matter that we are discussing.